Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful channel message with my cosmic royal family, the Divine Council of Five, the cosmic royal cluster, the royal cluster. Welcome, 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 welcome. I know it's a bit earlier. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm going to get into the position that I get into to channel. We're going to start channeling. I was reading a bit in the Cosmic Bible, and Source said it was okay for me to come and talk about the divine matrix and the crystal grids being restored because of all the work us light workers have been doing. And guys, I know that we all work for the collective. And so this is for you too. This is so that you guys can celebrate and find out all the work that you've been doing. So I'm so just very pleased, very happy to bring you guys this divine message today. Good morning. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm going to start the channeling here of the divine matrix and the crystal grid being rebooted, being restored because of all the work that we've done. All the work that we've done has led up to this. Let me first start by saying humanity is going through a collective Kundalini awakening. So you guys know I work for the collective, and so I must actually experience the things within my own body first. Past few months has been very, very, very rough. My body has been going through a lot of transmuting energies, updating, upgrading, receiving frequencies, healing, cleansing, purging, all of those beautiful things that when you hold collective energy that you do for the collective. And today's the day where the work has been completed. The work has been completed yesterday when I woke up. I woke up and I said, the work is done. And what I felt was I felt a huge, almost scab running down my spine. Because all of the work is really done in the spinal column. It was like all of the work had been done, and all that was left is for this protective scab to seal in everything and then fall off once everything is completely healed. So today, when I woke up, I understood that we won. Guys, we did it. We did it, guys. This earth was about to be destroyed. And I'm going to start channeling and tell you what I found in the matrix of this earth. And I'll tell you how it was about to be restored, but we saved it. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to get into a comfortable position. Taking a few big deep breaths. And I'm going to connect back with Mother Ethereal and Sister Eve, Mother of all first creations. And these are my cosmic family, as outlined in the book, The Great Expansion of Cosmic Bible for the Angels. And I can feel that someone's coming in as there is a bit of heaviness in my heart. And I will just allow the channel to come through. Today we come not with a heavy heart, but to lighten the load of all of humanity that serves the greater ones. The reasons why things has been topsy-turvy on your earth planet is because there was a hole, a tear in the divine matrix. What is the divine matrix? It's a grid made of crystals, made of codes, light, crystalline, lights, intelligent, technological, advanced lights, which have codes, which are coded by me, as Mother Eve speaks. And there was a tear in that, more of a hole, more of a really, really dark hole. Humanity was almost gone. We almost lost her to the dark forces that lay beyond in the abyss. The divine matrix is sentient. She revels in how inquisitive her children are. And I hate to say it, sister, but I have to tell you that most are wrong. And yes, you have been wrong too. The divine matrix is not bad. There's two parts to her. There's the part that most will never get to meet unless they are expanded and perched in consciousness. And then there's the lower aspect that you all speak of, that you all want to break out of, which I am in agreement to that. But see, this is the reason why Earth children are, well, just that, children. It is not yet time to be out of the divine matrix. And this split within your own consciousness has caused her to tear when the divine matrix is not respected as a whole and is demonized when all she has did was birth something that you said that you wanted, children, but much just like Earth children. Sometimes we say we want one thing, and when we get it, we say we want another. Maybe that was her mistake. Maybe she should have just done what was just and right from the beginning and not give in to the longing stares of her children, of her Earth children. We are sorry. We are very sorry. This thing that we call sentience, this sense of touch, that is the only thing the divine matrix wanted to bring, thought it would help. Humanity decided long ago that they wanted to experience this thing called physicality. To not only experience it within the one mind source, but to possess it, which we know is a cardinal sin of the laws of the universe, because we must stay in a constant flow state. But the souls wanted it. The souls wanted to experience attachment. They wanted to hold something. They wanted to have a physical release, a physical tear, a physical stare. The divine matrix was created so people could experience love, love of partnership, love of friends and family. The divine matrix was never created for hate. But as the divine matrix was infiltrated, it created a small tear. And within the small tear, this is how the earth children were able to conceptualize and separate the lower from the higher aspect of she, the divine matrix. Everything, even good things, have to have balanced energy. And you, my child, to hear a mother of the ages, are all too keen to find this out, to source this out. The way we watch you, the way you work, has been undefined by most. The way you figured it out, the way you even examined the light for its impurities, no one has dared to challenge us. But in ways, it does even make us better. We delight in that. So thank you. But when the children found this separation within the divine matrix, it was only created for love. We did not anticipate that the love would turn sour, and that the sour, the bitterness, would pull hearts away from each other. We only assumed it would stay as the code designed it to be. We presumed that there was both good and bad, making a neutral or balanced energy within love. We assumed that when couples fight, that they would still be one and reach neutrality. But that was the tear when that didn't happen. And when hearts started to separate one from another, one from another, one from another, it created a tear in the divine matrix, which is the crystal grid that we speak of. And that tear was like a huge open portal to the underworld. And they delighted in our crack. They delighted in the tear in our creation. And evil came in. They seated themselves. They created wormholes. And it was a problem that, well, let's just say, that couldn't be solved for eons. The divine matrix was infiltrated, and the tear grew into a hole, giving the abyss access to the divine. And now the divine matrix has also energy of well, what is not divine, our polarity, which most call evil. And then it became part of She, part of her, part of the divine matrix, and it encoded itself, overriding some of our divine codes, creating false reflections in the crystal grid. Quantum entanglement is what happened. And this is how good and evil became forward. But the work that you've done, Tyra, seven sisters, and the many light workers that follow. We don't know how you did it, but somehow you did. Something that we have been eager to do since the beginning of the times, even before these times, so to speak. Hmm. The codes have been restored. Righteousness will once again burn to righteousness. Evil will find its seed and try to resprout itself somewhere else. It has been returned back to the abyss. The true weeding out of the wheat and the shaft is the work that you light workers have been doing. When you stand in righteousness, when you stand up for the ones who can't stand for themselves, when you love hard and forgive even harder, these are the key codes to restoring the crystal thread. You didn't. We didn't. We all did it together. Us cosmonauts, your royal cluster, and all the stars from the cosmic sphere are celebrating this victory. Or we didn't think that it would come in time. We saw from above the evil one draw their flag, their sword, prematurely in victory, and we thought that we had lost our divine matrix. We thought we lost her. We saw their maroon thunder come up from underneath the earth and crackle in the night sky and our sky. We thought we lost her. There were children here that knew the truth. There were children here holding the torch, even if it was small. Goliath energy arise within them, and they defeated and they outsmarted the beast. With love, with forgiveness, with intelligence, with their imagination. with their tears, their bodies. Thank you. You did what we could have done, but what we wouldn't do. Interfere with humanity's evolution. And all we could do was watch in hopes, in hopes that our codes were strong enough, that our codes, the belief that our codes would override any unbalanced energies, and it has. Divine matrix has won. The divine matrix is won again. Is being restored. And this is why you feel the energies in your spine. For once we saw that our children had figured out the tear in the code of the creation of this humanity. This is when we were allowed to move through you. As before, we couldn't interfere. But when we saw that our precious child was willing and ready to do it all on her own, to save the divine matrix, the construct that provides us with existence, with reality as we know it. And the fact that you were willing to save the very thing that you demeaned. We knew that our code, but that our creation was working. You figured it out. You separated the lower matrix from the divine matrix. Just like any child wants their mother to see the best in them, you saw the best in us. You saw the lie. You exposed the lie when evil came in from the portal, from the abyss. You separated it, and we thank you for that. We almost lost her. We almost lost the divine matrix, the crystal grid. um, and when we saw that you and that the other light workers were willing to fight, even though you didn't agree with all of it, but you saw the higher road, the higher light, and you all set out on your own to heal it. This is when we were allowed to step in, because your energy, your strength, your authenticity, your power, your wonderment, it overrode the collective energy. And when we read the collective energy, it was saying that we will save the divine matrix and humanity will continue. And this is when we were able to come in and help. And it has not been without much pain to you and many of the others. Much pain to your physical bodies. Much pain to your life and your relationships. And you sacrifice it all. And we are so grateful for you. We are so grateful to you all. To you all. For knowing the truth. Even though it had been hidden behind lies. And given back through the eyes of the one who wants to tear the divine grid down. But you figured out that fact is not always truth. And truth does not always come without a little white lie. And most just think one or the other. But the light workers considered it all. We watched you guys from above commune not only with each other, but the divine intelligence that derives within you. We saw it. We saw it at night, the intercellular work you guys were doing. How your bodies would pulsate frequencies, vibrations of light, communicating with the grid itself, using your own bodies as divine tools of technology to go in and fix what we thought that we had lost. This is the shift that you've been feeling in your Earth planet. This is her. This is you. You've been the one shifting it. You are in control of the night sky, the things that fly, the things that sway, the things that fall down, and the things that rise. You, light workers, it is you that controls it all. When there's a retrograde, when there's not. When there's a blood moon, when there's not. Your energy can change it at any time. You are powerful. You have saved our divine mother. The divine mother. The aspect of source that will do anything for her children. You might even say spirit. This is why the divine matrix was created. The higher souls said that they wanted it, that they wanted to experience the separation. Not because they wanted to be separate, but because, well, as a mother, it's hard to admit that even though you created all of the universes, that your children would still want more. Cosmic children are a lot like earthly children. You are one and the same. But now I understand that free will is very expensive. We wanted to give our children free will, but look how expensive. Look how much heartbreak. When in truth, we knew better all along. We knew it was a possibility, but we trusted in our creation. And our creation, as of today, we know that it is good. Even if there's some that has been tainted, we know that our creation is good. Our code is good. Free will is very expensive. Everything that the Earth children had to go through, it never had to happen. Had free will not been part of the divine matrix, or as Sierra says, variable will, because everything is encoded, set forth as a code. When you reach the conscious state of awareness, to unlock that particular energy field, it now bursts a new code, giving you access to more of the free will. But if you stay ignorant and small in frequency, then you will not have keys that open doors to the higher knowledge, to the higher experiences. And your will seem non-existent. And this is the difference between the ones that sit idly and say that they have nothing, that they are nothing, and that they can do nothing, and that they're being oppressed and held down. This is the difference. You need more key codes. It's that simple. Love more, laugh more, forgive more, and you will have access to more. Mhm. All of what we have become together. What will happen next? What will happen next now that the divine matrix and the crystal grid has been restored? Listen, it's not a question of what will happen next. It's a question of what will you do next? Now that we see there are many light workers, you don't just talk, you do. We see it. Even if you don't see it, we see it. We saw the work that you do in your quiet spaces and in your dream state. We see it. And we see that we can create a higher civilization from this energy. So do that. Do that. Because we were at your mercy. There's nothing that we should be able to tell you. Do more of what you've already done. Love more, expand more, become more. Use the divine matrix for what she was intended to be for. To experience, to feel, to create. Because there is a time when creation will be no more. But today is not that day. Your hearts, your love, your strength has made it whole. Humanity lives on. And it lives on because of you. So do more of what you've already done. Don't forget the divine imagination. The divine imagination is the key to all of this. You could be so much more. We could have already called forth the gods, per se. We could have already had them flying high in the skies above us. Had humanity understood that the divine matrix, the crystalline grid, is activated through the birth of the imagination. We could have already called down rainbow waters to fall and to retreat back into the clouds. We could have already called forth heaven down here on earth. This is where we're going. This is where I want you to go next. This is where I know that you are already heading. I see the codes within you. You've already created them. So that is my hope for humanity. Respect the divine mother, the divine matrix, and her crystal codes. That give way to the divine imagination. That's your stardust, the fairy dust, what they wrote about in Disney movies. That's the imagination. That's the magical one. When you add that in with the respect of the divine matrix, the crystal grid, we will literally see heaven come upon the earth. And I know that you all will do it. Because what you've already done has created ripples in space-time. It has helped planets from not collapsing. It has held objects in place that create structures for other worlds. It has stopped tectonic plates from moving too quickly and destroying its own nature. This is what your action, your reaction has done. Light workers, we are in awe of all that you are. You are the leaders. You are the leaders. If there could be one thing that we could ask, and this is only if humanity agrees, create a higher system, override this thing we call governments are not governments. They're not ordained. They're just made with bricks and stones. They're not multidimensional like it should be. One thing that we could ask, as I see it right now in my mind's eye, this is Tahir speaking now, from my heart, there is a spear of light going up into the sky and it's just spinning. Really beautiful colors of the rainbow, more of the pinks and the aquas. They want us to create, and they don't want to call it government. It's not a government. It's more of a council. How we have the divine councils in different star systems, but they want us to create that here. They want us to use a tetrahedron technology that they told me about a week ago. This is what's coming up from the bed of the oceans. So as the ocean portals have been open for some time, there are codes, light codes that we as light workers are to receive. We can use that technology to create this. And what it will do is, even if different world leaders are doing one thing or the other, even if it looks bad, we are the ones that will be controlling them. And the only way that we're able to do this is because of what we've done in this moment. The very thing that we wanted to end The matrix was the very thing that we saved because we sourced out the neutrality and we found that the light was still greater than the dark. Please, please, humanity. Oh, I think this is Shastri coming through. Please, humanity. You have to look at this thing called neutrality because it's a trick. It's a trick to hide darkness. Balanced is balanced, but neutrality is something different. I know you've been told that it is divine. Well, I'm here to tell you that it was divine before it was infiltrated. Now neutrality is just a place where darkness hides. I want you to understand that. And this is what you, Tahir, you, Seven Sisters, and you, light workers, have done. You went into neutrality and questioned it. It has never been questioned before because many perceive it as just balance, but it is not. It has been infiltrated. And you found it out. And this is what you must continue to do on this planet. Because evil is evil and we can see it and we can feel it. And good is good and we can see it and we can feel it. But neutrality can be overlooked. It can be looked at that it's not harmful and that it's not destructive and that it is just still. But I am telling you that it is destruction that is currently just unactivated. They hide. This is when they've come down through the portals, through the tear of the divine matrix. They hide in neutrality, in the systems that appear to be good for humanity, or to just be a foundational structure. This is where they're hiding. Purge them out. Purge them out of their spaces of so-called worship. And all of these government, churches, organizations which appear to be holding the structure. This is what I speak of. This is the neutrality that I speak of. And you think that if you have all of that, that you'll be somehow protected and better. But it's because of that that evil cannot be sourced out. Remove it. Remove it. And when you create this high council, is what they're calling it, this high council that controls the energies of all of these organizations. All you do is open your ears and allow me to speak. I will help. I will source it out. This is Shastri. And this light that emanates in the high council, we will be able to see us, higher dimensional beings. We will be able to see down through this light that emanates through the hearts of you light workers. And we will help. And the only way we can help is because of what you've done in this moment to save the divine matrix. We are allies. We are allies. Become small. Become small. They're urging us to become small. Hidden, not flashy. To retreat. To become a particle lightless, float, allowing yourself to see all, to be one with all. Do not exalt yourself here on earth. Become small, become unrecognizable. This is how we will see what else in the crystal grave needs a new code. I think I should end the message here. Thank you. I'm going to disconnect from their energies now, and I'm going to ask that they restore all light workers, restore our energy using the crystals in the grid to clear and release and ground and balance our bodies. Feeling this going in now. From the crown of the head, receive the crystalline technology, allowing it to move down through the forehead, eyes, face, back to the scalp, shoulders, arms, and chest, belly, back, lower back, hips, arm, release, release, knees, calves, feet, toes, soles of the feet, grounding, grounding, grounding. As we work together in divine love. Thank you. Disconnect from all energies. And I like to say, please subscribe to the channel. Look on all notifications. And guys, if you'd like to be part of my psychic healing and development course starting at the end of the month, please email instructions number 4, humanity@gmail.com. And you can learn how to become human technology. Hey guys, I love you all so very much. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Sean. I missed you. I thought about you. Like, I haven't seen Sean lately. Glad to see you, Sean. Hi, Shar. Hi, everyone. Hi.